So what lake are we on?
So this is West Pine, which is it's Pine Lake.
My beer hunt.
But this is known as West Pine. That's where we live. Back over here, I guess I don't have to turn the boat because you can just look that way. It's our house.
It'll see it.
These are little aerators that are located throughout that the city put in to help with oxygenating the water and water clarity. They also biologically help with water clarity by introducing things like 370 or a bunch of grass carp. Carp that eat grass.
So this was like dry land when you moved in?
Yes, originally this area here didn't even look like water when we bought the house. Over here is a kingfisher up in the tree. I don't know if you can see him, but his name's Ian. He was on the dock when we pulled up. He hangs out on our dock. We call him Ian because we have a fishing buddy who laughs and sounds just like a bird. So, and he's always hanging out by the water. But yeah, back here, that whole area we just drove through was completely full of vegetation. I mean, completely. Like, it was all reeds.
I know your dock was a dry land dock.
Could not see the dock. Could not see the dock at all. Didn't know we had a dock. The city came in and removed that. And like, if you look at it, there's a really cool seed on these. We'll see it on the way back, but on the banana trees, they got these cool looking seed pods that are like purple.
Well, that's the bananas.
So Pine Lake, there's 4 lakes on the chain of lakes. Pine Lake is the most, I think the most scenic, mainly because it's a lot more canals and stuff. I really like this particular canal. This is right by our house. There's fishing through here too. Well, the MSBU program, when we moved in, our realtor filled us in and explained that there was a petition to have it done. Basically, it's where residents go to the local politicians and say, hey, there's, in this case, a chain of lakes that are in the need of maintenance and clearing out. And that would be good for the city. It would also be good for the residents, so we're willing to subsidize some of the costs of our property taxes and have the city also invest money into this chain of lakes. So it passed. It took a lot to do, but it passed. And basically, make sure you don't run into that.
I'm watching.
Might be close. There you go. Hopefully that's not too dizzy.
Don't need to whap my camera.
Anyways, the petition passed about 3 months after us moving in. And then, obviously it takes time for all that, but they came in with excavators and raked up all that vegetation. And literally our house became waterfront at that point, which was really cool.
I think it's beautiful through here.
It was, we closed October, we had a lake by March. And it stayed that way. The water level was a little low, took a little bit of time. There's a lot of muck that would come up. They call them mud burps, I think they call them. And then they'd come and scrape that away again. So it took a lot of time. The guy that did a lot of the scraping said that biologically it looked healthy. There's a lot of shrimp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Inland? Like this?
And, which is true, because I have a brim trap on the dock, and I get shrimp all the time. In fact, the aquarium at the house has a ton of shrimp from our lake.
Ibises and ducks.
Lots of, yeah. And you see the same ones, the same wildlife. Like particularly the sandhill cranes, you look on the left over here, maybe I can get us closer. There's always families of sandhill cranes. I'm pretty sure they're monogamous.
Oh, you could, yeah, they are, I think.
Yeah. You see them up on this hill. When they have babies, they're really cute. They're like, kind of like chickens, actually. They're really small and fluffy with their little stork-looking legs, but the babies are really cute. Apparently, back in the day, people would hunt them, and they're delicious. They call them the ribeye of the sky.
Yeah, in New Mexico, they have a similar name for them.
Yeah.
On the Bosque Apache, they come in by the hundreds during the wintertime.
They'd be pretty easy to hunt. They don't really move, and they're very tame. And if you had a samurai sword, you could take out 4 at a time.
Yeah, pretty much. Ribeye of the sky, I think they call them something like that too.
But they're endangered, luckily, so.
No, they're not that endangered. There's a beautiful garden area. Look at the
In
garden.
New Mexico, that's where they come in winter time.
Yeah, they come
Oh
in.
yeah,
We
there's
have
a
waterway.
beautiful rose garden over here.
It's
It is.
gorgeous
That out
landscaping
before.
over there, garden area.
So we're approaching towards the end of Pine Lake. There was a little outlet over there. I guess we can go around there on the way back. Ahead of us is an island with a house that was featured on Zombie House Hunters, a TV show.
Zombie house.
And actually,
hunter.
ironically, today it was featured on my Facebook page. One of our friend Marcy, who's a realtor, said that she just had a showing at the coolest house that is an island. And I was like, wait, she said it's in Lake Mary. I'm like, oh, that's got to be the house. So this is a lake, this is an island in front of us. This house was sold 2 years ago, and it was like totally, like, it had good bones, but let's just say all the wildlife that's now enjoying the island was in the pool.
Oh, geez.
You know, the enclosure was torn up. There were ducks and raccoons all through the place.
I see they've got a stone waterfall into the pool.
Yeah, they got a rock structure there. It actually has a moat, which is interesting. As the outer part of the island, water goes up and under, and you see those bridges. Pretty unique property. It's currently for sale. They dropped the price actually from 1.9 to 1.6. Even 1.6 is very little, but she thinks that her people are going to put in an offer, so we'll see what happens. So this wraps around some Cardinals. I felt like they could have done a little bit more with the landscape. Apparently the road getting in is a little all-terrain too. Well, Mom, you know the lake at this point. Where should we go? Should I go fast? Try to go fast?
Yes.
Yeah? Try to
But
speed
remember, the more you go, the more bumpy it is, the more you're likely to peak watching it in your head.
up? Okay, well here, this is a good speed then.
I've learned that the bouncy, this thing stabilizes your video, but
Okay.
you don't want to get too crazy with it.
Well, with this much weight, it's not exactly easy to go fast anyways.
For the camera.
If you think it's gonna vibrate too much, just let me know.
So far, you're fine.
I don't know if we can get on the plane or exited Pine Lake. At this point, it flies into two things. Out in that direction, which we'll look at later, is East Crystal. It's the East Crystal chain of lakes. The actual lake, East Crystal, is back there. We just left Pine over there, and now we are entering Bel Air. There's a cool little bird over here to your left. Bel Air then connects to the forest. There's a pretty canal in between these two. The coolest thing about these lakes is that they're entirely private. There's no public ramp. There's no public access other than slipping a guy $10 to use his ramp or his property as a ramp. So no one's ever on it. I mean, like ever. And if there is, you know who they are because you see their boats and you're like, oh, he lives over there. Sometimes on a weekend I'll see people kayaking and stuff, but it's a completely private lake. Which makes the fishing pretty damn good, actually.
Well, yeah, it keeps the local redneckers out.
Yeah. Typically catch a decent amount of bass here. I put everything I catch back in because it's in my own interest to keep it healthy. Usually when I go out for like an hour or so, I'll catch anywhere between 1 to 6 bass, I guess. So that would add up, I suppose. Another pretty canal here.
Very rustic. This. We used to canoe a lot of this in the day.
Mom, did you go kite?
No, unfortunately, didn't get around to it. Maybe tomorrow morning.
Alright, this part has some grass in it, so I'm going to speed up a little bit. If it's rocky, just let me know.
That way you mulch it up. I'll make it smoothie.
The forest, or no, there. That was Belair. This is the canal connecting Belair to the forest. Like, pretty safety there. Is that speed alright? You think that? You don't think the wind's gonna be too noisy?
Don't know.
We do a little loop to loop here. Cool house. side area off of Bel Air that's pretty.
The water, yeah.
Pretty good solar array there.
Yeah, it's pretty massive, huh?
We have those everywhere in New Mexico.
Yeah.
That and windmills.
I was curious how old that is, like if it's still super efficient or...
Oh no, those are newer panels.
Oh, okay.
Fred had one that moved
they're
with
really
everything. They never
Might have a little bit of sprinkling on it. Are you going for a target time for this? Like, no? Yeah. Ducks down here. Oh, check it out.
That's a
Spoonbill.
roseate spoonbill.
Yeah, the spoonbills. They just started showing up here. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's the second time I've seen one on the lake.
Go
Nope.
back around.
Just took a dump.
Go back around, Tom.
I'll go back around.
Well, you
Oh,
got
it's flying.
little choice.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful. It's up on the thing. Wow, this is duck paradise back here. Look at all these ducks. This house over here is for sale.
Little orange sauce and they'd be just right.
Sweet. I'm trying to be quiet. They're all getting screwed. Let me see if I can keep my distance. You're good, buddy. Stay on the lake. Look how beautiful under the wings. He's a little, he's contemplating. They have the same legs as a flamingo.
Yeah, a lot of people think they are, but they aren't.
Dinosaur. He was the only one with the balls to stay. And went up, ran away. Flew away.
That's cool. I haven't seen
Gotta
that
be
for
the
a
red
while.
here.
Yeah. We're backtracking a little bit, so I'm gonna just boogie through that, and then we're going to East Crystal. Does that sound good? East Crystal's pretty big, so we'll probably be moving through that whole thing. You don't think the wind affects the mic?
Probably does.
Okay. There it is. does slow cards mean, though? I never heard of that. Is it the space?
No, I mean, it's been going. I do not have a slow card in this thing.
I don't think I've seen it blinking red the whole time, though. But apparently it did.
Well, we'll see where it stops.
Okay. This area is really pretty. This is part of Pine Lake.
This is where
I love this area.
You got a lot of the bald cypress here.
Wildlife. Mom,
Yeah.
that house across the street that you said you liked from the bait shop shed,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. I saw it from the front when I was walking.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's Mediterranean style like yours. I like that. I've always liked Mediterranean. I thought about doing mine like that.
He's on the lake pretty often. Biased, but I think our part of the lake is the most scenic.
I like, yeah, where
It's so still and calm.
I like the smallness. Where it's very quiet.
Yeah.
We should go sit out on the dock. It's cloudy, so we can do it.
Also good fishing. You can see the cool looking the pods on the banana tree up here. I think it looks really cool. It's kind of wacky. It's like purple looking pod.
Oh, that's
yeah.
about to become a stalk of bananas.
Yep. In fact, you can see them right above it, right there.
Well,
purple thing.
That'll
Yep.
turn
And
into
above it
That's
is
bananas.
how
little
and
bananas.
they drop.
That's what they do.
That big grouping of them, and East Crystal has the big bananas on it. Ready to eat almost. Back to West Pine Lake. I wouldn't mind buying this house. Yeah.
You know? That one?
Yeah. It's
Why?
funny, when we bought our house, this one was for sale.
Yeah, that one was.
In retrospect, but
You should make your dock bigger. Make it double. Make it that size and double that size.
I mean, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe make it less wanky.
Huh?
Less wanky.
Okay. It is a little wanky. You ought
Well,
to get into the barrel
I know.
business so you can float it a little more even.
the barrel business? Oh, I've already been in the barrel business. I told you
He's
about that.
joking. He
You need to
knows
put
that.
another one on this end.
Well, I did. That's